Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, guys. It's set number 2, and whoa, I was going to talk a little bit more about the last match, but we have Flash coming out in set number 2 against a completely random guy. Who is this person? It says on the VOD it says Hero Join. I'm pretty sure he has not played this season. I have no idea who this kid is. Okay. Well, anyway, Flash is Flash, so at least we know that. So at least I know half of the players in this set. And that guy is Hero Join. He... well...
It's a Surg player. I mean, it's Flash against a Surg.
It's not By Hero, right? He's a different person from By Hero. He's Hero Join. I don't know. I don't know what he's. I don't know who he is. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about last game. If you actually look at the lineups, Wookie is like people say CJ has a deeper lineup. Yeah, he hasn't played this season. Looks like he hasn't even played that many games lifetime. I assumed like the top is well. What is that? 8 and 14. Is that like all-time stats?
Might be.
Anyway, if you look at the overall player stats, like CJ has no players with a positive win rate against Protoss. Literally every single player that they fielded has less than 50% win rate against Protoss, and Wookie is like exactly 50% in the regular season, and he's decent at PvP and PvZ, but like terrible at PvT. So I was thinking like if they could actually get Wookie in a non-PvT matchup, he could actually be a solid player to get them a win in addition to Flash stats and Crazy Hydra, and then the KT would actually be in really good shape. So for him to actually hit a Terran here, I think it's quite unfortunate for KT. But anyway, it is only set 2, and we are in a best of 7 now, so it's not a huge deal. KT is certainly still in it, and I'm pretty sure Flash is going to even this up 1-1, unless of course, you see, until Flash actually lost against Deer, I was predicting that we would see some random guy who was never fielded before, some like random B-teamer practice partner who has been training the entire season just to snipe Flash. And I think this guy, Hero Join, might be him. It just might be him.
It might be, but at the same time, there are 6 maps, as you said before, and Flash is going to play one of them. Probably one of the first 4, since you don't want to get 4-0'd before Flash gets sent out. But there's still like only 25% chance to pick the right map for that sniper.
Well,
So
maybe...
that feels like a big gamble.
Maybe Sky High and this guy are both snipers, and they were like, they're totally sending Flash in the first 2 sets, right? Because that's what KT Coach does, He like, I'm pretty sure in every match he sent out either Flash or Stats in like the first set or the first 2 sets. He always leads out with the big guns.
Yeah, maybe.
Except in like the last couple of weeks where they just like fielded a bunch of random players because they were in a good position. But anyway, it looks like we're gonna have a bit of downtime here. We're just kind of chilling. I don't know what's going on. There is Mr. Blizzard himself. Does he have another funny sign? No? No? Alright, whatever. Looks like Flash doing some meditation. He's probably like upgrading his drivers or something, he just like he's doing his Windows update right now just to make sure he's got all the latest drivers to beat Hero with. Looks like Hero doing some similar meditation. Huh.
Yeah, I think he's hooked up to the Matrix right now, just downloading how to beat Flash, and now he gets a blue screen. There's just no way.
He just gets a blue screen. Oh man. No, it's probably
Were not found.
Now see, Flash is a Windows machine and Hero's a Mac. He has absolutely no chance to win. Zing! That was like completely random. Completely random jab at Max. I don't even know why. That's like completely unrelated to anything. Okay. Anyway, we are going into set number 2 on Neo Electric Circuit.
Here we go! I'm actually quite excited to see what Hero is able to do against Flash. Maybe he would just do some sick, crazy all-in and beat him. You never know.
Dude, I was like looking. I actually prepared for once. For once, I was like, okay, it's the playoffs tomorrow. I should probably not be, you know, completely clueless about players. So I actually like was going through TLPD, looking at stats and stuff. But like, I have Hero joined. He's not on like the TLPD statistics because he hasn't even played a game. So I don't know. I had no idea he'd be coming out. There's the weirdo picture of Flash. There's a less weird picture of Flash. And I mean, you know, okay, so in the regular season, Flash is 15-2. His 2 losses have been against Prodosses, who took advantage of him being a little bit greedy. Now, I'm wondering how Hero might try to do that as a Zerg. I mean, this is Electric Circuit, so there's like that back door you can break down with lurkers. And oh, a fellow Brit,
What?
and it says Sayle.
Once again.
Oh yeah, thank you, whoever that person was. Shout out to you, sir. You were awesome. God save the Queen. Oh man, this is.
Get a lot of screen time this pro league.
Dude,
days.
I need to. I need to. We need to get like a Sayle sign in every single playoff match now. I'm gonna try and collect them all. Gotta catch them all, man. Gotta catch them all.
That's an interesting barrack placement.
Wow, what is that barracks placement?
I'm not really sure.
Oh, I think he might build a factory on the left of it and wall in. Is he getting a gas?
Or command center, maybe? That
Or a
would be
command
weird,
center.
but
Yeah,
you never know.
that's. Oh, that's actually makes even more sense. Good call. Good call. Because yeah, I don't think he has the gas. So probably.
I think it's 1 hex more than barracks.
This is quite peculiar. I'm gonna go with the command center theory. I think it's good. It's possible it'll be a second barracks, but I think it's quite unlikely. Especially since they're cross position, I don't think that'd be very good. Although obviously Flash doesn't know that. Did he build a spawning pool yet? Or is he 3 hatch before pooling?
I don't know.
Hero, join.
And I think the Flash just placed another supply depot, and I don't think you can place a command center there anyway, since the gas is so close. It seems like he lifted the barracks and just made a complete wall off.
And it looks like it is a 3 hatch before pool from Hero. Hero trying to out-greed Flash here. This is like 2 investment banks competing. The level of greed. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, so if you don't count the free hatch before the pool, it's pretty standard from here. Flash just lifted his barracks and placed it down in a better position.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild stab at guessing what just happened there. I think he placed the barracks there because then most of the bottom of the barracks gets covered by the geyser. So if a drone gets there to harass the SCV, there's a high chance that the SCV is actually like on the gas while it's building, and then the drone can't attack it. Whereas if you just like build it in open space, the drone can just like wiggle around the barracks and attack it wherever the SCV is. I'm gonna say that's possibly what that was for, because otherwise I don't really understand the point of building it there and then lifting it. Anyway, looks like it's gonna be a pretty fast academy here for Flash. That's unusual. Usually you see at least a second barracks before the academy, or an engineering bay. So I'm not really 100% sure what Flash is doing here.
Maybe we'll just make like 5 Marines and go kill him.
That's a pretty good plan. It's worked like twice or 3 times for Flash already.
And I'm wondering what that drone is doing on the right corner. If he's going for an hidden base or what the plan
That would be
that
really interesting. Man, it'd be so funny if he did like that build that Hydra did against Kanata, where he just like makes hatcheries everywhere and then goes for a hive and just makes sunken so he doesn't die. Oh man, could you imagine? Hero.
He has to do something crazy against Flash.
I think he actually is going to get it. He has gotten a second gas though. I still don't see any tech. I think it's going to be a Spire. But he is also going to get that mineral only. That's definitely looks like it's an expansion. And Flash has actually gone for a fast starport after his academy. What on earth is this build? Is he doing like a fast medic marine drop or something?
Probably just for Valkyries or science vessels, but you never know.
Yeah, I guess it makes more sense for it to be Valkyries. I didn't see an armory though. And he's moving out now with like 6 Marines, a medic, and a fire bat. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's going for a fast drop onto this back expansion.
That would be cool, but I'm not sure if it would be successful since the Spire is halfway done. 2 Scourge in the right place would just annihilate that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It would be quite nice if he did it though, because then since the Spire is actually being made there, he could snipe that Spire as well. And he's just following up the standard medic marine. Looks like it is just going to be fast science vessels. Okay, I was trying to get way too fancy there. But okay, I mean he's running around with his little M&M group, probably looking for random overlords and whatnot, or random lings, spotting lings. But he's not going to be able to do too much damage. It's like way too small a group. And we do have the hidden mineral only for Hero. I don't really like. I wonder what he's going to do with that. I mean, mineral onlys in ZBT not the most useful. He's going to be able to add on a couple extra macro hatches and get a bunch of Zerglings, but that's about it. And
yeah, I think it's just more the conveniency of the placement that is so far away from Flash through ground, and then he can just make one drone and send it down and take another base that has an extractor. Oh, Queen's Nest.
And we are going to be seeing Crazy Zerg. It's going to be Mutas straight into Hive here. Well, this is a bit of a weird variation because he's not going to have a third. He doesn't have a third gas yet, but he has like a ton of extra minerals. And actually, that might make things very interesting because with all those extra minerals, he can make a ton of Zerglings. And because he's going for fast Hive, he's going to have the adrenal glands upgrade, so they're going to be really strong. But he's not going to have enough gas for ultras, at least not many. This is very interesting. I think is he just like going mass crackling? This is quite peculiar. And I mean, Flash meanwhile is kind of transitioning more or less into a standard mid game here. He's getting his turrets up to defend the mutas. He's got his barracks up. He had a pretty fast tech, so he will have a vessel out in time, and that will put a hamper on this muta harass when that vessel gets out with the Irradia. And it looks like the Irradia is already out here. A decent split from Hero. Doesn't take too much damage. Probably not too happy about. I mean, he did take a little bit of damage, and probably now he's got to be really careful because he knows the vessel's out, and he's taking another expansion. What on earth?
What's up with that expansion? What an interesting placement that is. Maybe he just wants to mine it out as much as possible before Flash gets there and starts to mine.
Oh my god, like Hero is trying to cause the next economic recession or something. Seriously, this is beyond greedy now. This is going on absurd. Taking another hidden expansion at the 12 o'clock. Now that is a gas base, so that's going to be quite handy. And look at this. Okay, so Flash scans the 9 o'clock. He doesn't see anything there. It looks like he has scanned the top left and bottom right bases as well. That's what the observer is showing us. So he's looking for Hero's third. He does not see Hero's third anyway. He must be a little bit suspicious. I mean, it is possible that he might misconstrue this as some kind of, 3-hatch or just some kind of all-in muta or something. But, for a player of Flash's caliber, I'm sure he's a little bit wiser than that. He's probably a little bit suspicious. And looks like another irradiated on these mutas. Not the best split in the world. Wow, don't put it back. Don't put it back. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Flash knows something is up here. He's checking all the bases now.
Yeah, are those 3 units vultures? Checking the upper left corner. Yes, it is. And he still hasn't found those 2 hidden bases. He has to start thinking that something strange is up.
Indeed. Unfortunately, he does scout the wrong one. If he actually sent the vultures down to the bottom right, he would have seen this hidden mineral only. But, I don't know. Is he going to check the 12 o'clock, though? This is actually really brilliant. I mean, Hero has actually placed his expansions in the only bases that Flash did not scout. I mean, if you look at the minimap, Flash has literally checked every single expansion except the 12 o'clock and the bottom right mineral only. Like, man, this actually really makes me feel like Hero has just literally been studying Flash's TVZs on this map. He's like, okay, where does Flash, You know, in each of the spawning locations, where does Flash check for his opponent's expos? Where does he scan? You know, where will he scout if he thinks I'm taking a hidden expansion? He's like, okay, let me go take all the expansions where he will like, scout last. And it looks like finally Flash finds at 12 o'clock. Probably not so happy about that, and immediately sending his army in that direction. But his science vessels might actually get sniped here. Looks like one Irradiate going down on the Mutalisk because the Medic Marine group is close enough to save it, though.
Yeah, and I think this base is going to die. I thought I saw... Oh, he has Consume, right? So maybe if he goes... Oh, the the Knight has died. Okay, this base is doomed. I thought that he would have been able to get one defiler through and just save it, but... Not really enough.
So the gamble not quite paying off here, but I mean, I still think he's in a decent position. Although, well, I'm not so sure actually, because he still doesn't have his third gas. Presumably he's got adrenal glands already on these Zerglings. But, you know, on 2 gas, he's pretty limited on what he can do here besides Mass Ling. Looks like he's going for a Greater Spire here. Does he really have enough gas to go Defiler Guardian? I mean, you know, Guardians can be quite effective here. He's got a few mutas left. They're kind of hiding at the bottom right, mineral only there. There is that, you know, that little cliff, not really cliff, but like a little wall thing by the natural, and then there's open space. So if you make a few Guardians at the Terra Natural, it can be extremely annoying. He's going to have to use up Irradiates or just make a Wraith to deal with that. But I don't really, I mean, you know, Cracklings are good and all, but they still get shredded by Bio if you don't have a support unit. He's going to have to have some sick Defiler player or something to make this work.
Yeah, I don't think that Guardians is going to accomplish anything since he has so many science vessels. Maybe if he gets lucky with those Scourge, but probably not.
And he's actually just double expanding again, taking the 6 o'clock and the bottom right natural. Looks like he will get 1 science vessel and does get a Dark Swarm out, so he is going to hold on to this bottom right base. I'm a little bit surprised actually. I didn't see the Defiler there, but so decent play by Hero. But you know, he's down like almost 50 supply right now, and he's just bleeding Lings in the middle of the map. I mean, obviously it's not the biggest deal in the world, but you know, Flash, he's got his mineral only now. He's doing his mech transition. Hero has actually decided that 2 gas is sufficient to go Guardians, Ultralisks, and Defilers. I'm not really sure what game he's playing here, but it's certainly not Brood War. You cannot sustain that kind of that kind of tech, that kind of production with only 2 gas.
No, it's not possible, and he's taking 3 expansion at once, more or less. That's not going to work. But Flash hasn't scouted the 6 o'clock at least, so maybe it will live for another day. And I like that Flash, he isn't committing to anything, he's just keeping the map control and, killing some overlords right now. And just keep expanding, keep macroing and building those factories, so he's just falling further and further behind Hero, that is.
Losing those 4 overlords actually supply blocked Hero. He's now at 95 of 89 supply. That's not ideal. And he's still just like only making Zerglings here. And well, I mean, he's gonna grab a couple of Ultras there, but I think Flash has this in the bag. Hero, you know, he did some cute things. I mean, well actually he does have 6 bases now though, kind of. Like he's got the bottom right 3 bases. He's got the 6 o'clock as well. It's not mining, but I mean, if he can actually survive for the next, you know, 4 or 5 minutes, he will be in an okay position. But no, he is going to lose his expansion now. And ooh, getting erasered here as well. Oh my goodness! It looks like he pulled the drones from the mineral only in time, but did not notice a second eraser going down at the bottom right main. He's going to lose almost all the drones there. Well, now it's going to be all of them.
Yeah, not the best reaction time there, but I think that Flash has played a brilliant game, just not overcommitting to anything. He knows that he's a better player, so he can just control the game, and oh, that's not good though.
He actually saves the command center. Flash is so Gosu, he just saved the command center by flying 3 science vessels through Muta and Scourge. Like, what the heck? I don't know if that was intentional or not. That probably wasn't intentional, but still, that's quite funny.
It's just so much wide on the map. Flash has control over all the bases except the lower part, and he has so much map control he can just swoop in and kill those drones or bases with anything, and Vultures is about to do just that.
Yeah, he's got like double supply of hero. Hero's sending a bunch of overlords here towards the 12 o'clock. It's probably going to be a drop, but oh man, this is like reminiscent of the GG Amo and Lita games. Just so many bases, undefended bases with drones free for the pickings there for the Vultures. And oh my god, he's going to lose these overlords. They must be full of units here, but he's not unloading them. What the heck? Did they actually... Was it like a fake drop? I hope they didn't have any units in them. Because he didn't even try to unload, like he didn't even move them.
I hope there were no units in them, but at the same time it feels like he lost enough overlords already to sacrifice a few extra just for a fake out, so... but 151 against 70 supply, I don't think it mattered in the long run, but still silly mistakes.
So, unfortunately for Hero, he is not going to be the random rookie hero of the day. No pun intended. But yeah, I mean, you know, Flash is going to take this game as expected, and that's going to even up the score 1-1. I mean, I don't really like calling games early, but there's really no way for Hero to win this game. I mean, he's got a few Guardians of the natural, but there's Goliaths with range there, so Flash is going to be absolutely fine.
You didn't call it early. I mean, you can say that Flash is most likely going to win before the game, and that wouldn't be calling it early. Nice take on those siege tanks, though.
Well played, well played. Indeed. There's also a random medic there, I don't know why. Unfortunately for medics, they cannot heal siege tanks. That'd be cool if they did a restoration.
Going to be beautiful.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, he lost the defiler to a mine. That was that's nice.
Yeah, Hero looks like he's not gonna give up for a while. I mean, I guess he's just gonna enjoy the airtime since this is his first televised match this season, but there's not even really any point to, you know, just hanging on. I mean, it's not like it's Winners League where he's going to try and tire out Flash a little bit before the next match. Flash is going to win this, and that's going to be it. I mean, and it's also only set 2, so even if he does have to play in the ace match, he's going to have plenty of time to rest. That's actually another consideration, by the way. Like, you know how earlier you were talking about KT would most likely play Flash in the first 4 sets, so they don't get 4-0'd, but I think it's also probably a good idea to play him early on so that he gets a little bit of break time in case he needs to come out again for ace. Having said that, I do remember a couple of times last season where he did come out in like game 5 or 6 and then immediately play the ace match afterwards. But still.
I mean, these guys play 10, 12, 14 hours a day, so they know how to, they have the stamina to play a lot of games in a row, and maybe if you build up enough momentum in a game and then just go straight into the next one, you can have the confidence to pick one that as well. And GG!
Flash!
Speaking over that part.
Taking it down. No, that's alright. We saw it coming miles away. And KT Rolster with their playing their guaranteed win card. Whoa! Wait!
What's that?
It's that. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the thing I
That's
saw.
An abomination.
It's KT's weird thingy. Wait, what happened to Flashcott? What happened to Flashcott? More importantly, did you see that guy? He actually lifted off his helmet thing. That was BM. The mascot literally took his own head off. That's got to be bad luck, right? If your mascot is decapitating itself in the game.
I do believe so.
Alright, the back of its head says Kaibot 2 or Kibot 2.
Okay.
Alright, it's Kaibot, guys. Kaibot versus Onester Showdown. I don't actually know who has the worst mascot anymore. Do you think that thing is uglier than Onester? I don't even know.
I haven't decided yet. They both scare me though. I probably will have nightmares tonight.
Man, why don't they just hire one of the OSL booth girls to be the mascot? Like, seriously. Just have a pretty girl standing there as your mascot. That would be so much better. I hope I'm not being overly misogynistic. Anyways. Alright, hold on. I gotta skip this ad and then we can get going.